What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, jayrandeldating. Today, guys, I'm going to be discussing the topic of why men stay in toxic relationships that slowly destroy them. Now, men have a really bad habit of this. They'll be in a bad relationship with a woman, knowing damn well that they should leave, and yet something compels them to stay. Well, I believe there are 4 main reasons as to why men do this. I'm going to go down the list, and then I'm going to give you guys advice on how to overcome it. So the first reason as to why men stay in toxic relationships is because they love her. Plain and simple. That's number 1. Number 2 is because of the sunk cost fallacy. Number 3 is because they are afraid to be alone. And number 4 is because they truly believe that they cannot find better than her. Now let's get into number 1. Number 1 is that they truly love the girl. Now here's the thing. Men love deeper than women. A lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of women in particular don't want to hear that, but it's true. Women are quick to love. They're quick to feel emotions, and love is something that shows up very quick for them. Men, it's not the same way. We're very slow to fall in love, but when we finally do, it's deep. And when we develop that deep level of connection with a woman, it's very hard to break it off. For women, it's far easier to break off love because they fall into it quick, so it's easy for them to fall out of it. We fall into it slower, so it's hard for us to get out of it. Now, here's the thing about love. It's painful. It's very painful to separate from a woman when you are deeply in love with her. I have coached men who have been in some of the most toxic relationships you can imagine, where the woman is outright disrespecting them, emasculating them. And yet I'll ask the man, like, why? What is keeping you here? You hate this treatment. You're depressed. You're completely upset. You have anxiety. You're miserable. And it's like, well, why can't you leave? You're completely unhappy. And they'll simply tell me, because I love her, man. I can't leave her. I love her. I'll see posts online where men will be in sexless marriages for years. And the man will be there, talking about all his troubles and how bad things are. And then he'll mention, I'm miserable, I'm unhappy, but I love her and I don't want to leave her. If you guys have advice to help me save my marriage, I'd really appreciate that. Men find it very difficult to leave when they love the woman. And oftentimes, when they know they should leave, they'll try to find ways to leave without feeling pain. That's the main thing. They're hoping that there is a secret that they will discover that will allow them to detach from the woman without it ripping their heart out and being an extremely painful experience. And I'm here to tell you, unfortunately, there is not. There is no way to detach from a woman that you truly love without feeling pain. You can't ingrain someone deeply into your life and into your emotions and then expect to feel nothing when you end that, especially when you've been with that person for a number of years. That's just illogical. Right? There's no way to put a band-aid on and then rip it off without feeling pain. So now that you know that, it's time for a mindset shift. Instead of asking yourself, how do I get out of this situation without feeling pain? You need to be asking yourself, how do I endure the pain that is inevitably going to come my way? Right? You're going to feel very sad, very heartbroken, and in many cases, even depressed after leaving her. And you need to start preparing yourself mentally for how you can overcome that. Because you can overcome that. And that pain you're feeling, that initial ripping off of the band-aid, it will pass. It'll take some time, but I guarantee you it will pass. So stop fearing the pain. You know what you have to do. Rip off the band-aid and move forward. Do not let the fear of pain slow you down and keep you stuck in a situation you know you should leave. So that's number 1. Number 2 is the sunk cost fallacy. Now, the sunk cost fallacy is a psychological trap. It's a psychological trap that gets men to continue investing time, money, and energy into a situation that they know is no longer deserving of their energy. However, their mind tells them, I've already invested so much into this, I don't want to lose out on what I've already invested. It's like you've been in a 5-year relationship, you know you should leave, you're miserable, things aren't getting better, they're getting worse, but your mind is thinking back to all the investments you put in, all the sacrifices you put in, all the years you've put in with this girl, and you don't want to have to come to the realization or the acceptance that all of that is going to have to just come to nothing. And once again, I'm here to bring some bad news. There are times in life that you will come across relationships and you will have invested a lot of time, months, and in many cases, years of your life, thousands of dollars worth of investment, time, energy, and sacrifice into this woman, into this relationship. And you're going to have to accept that everything you invested is going to have to amount to nothing. That's it. You're going to have to lose out on all of that. There's no way to recoup the investment, to get a little back from it. No, you're going to have to accept that it's over, and you're going to have to accept that you're going to lose everything. Now that sounds terrible. It is terrible. It's a horrible feeling, knowing that you just have to let it all go. Understanding that you're taking a loss, a huge loss, and you're gonna have to eat that. But I don't want you to think of this as a loss, because that's what your mind is telling you to do. That's why it's called the sunk cost fallacy. You're actually helping yourself, because what you're actually doing when you're continuing to put an effort into something that's a done deal, it's over, it's not benefiting you anymore, is you're pouring water into a broken glass. That's what you're doing. And you will never reap any rewards from that, no matter how much you think that you will down the line. So it's better to cut your losses, man. You need to know when to cut your losses, right? It's better to lose out on 5 years than 10 years, right? A loss is gonna have to be, made at some point. You're gonna have to take the loss at some point. You might as well take it early before you invest even more time into that woman, even more time into the relationship. And then you wake up 10, 15 years down the line wishing that you would have left at the 5-year mark. Take the loss, man. Yes, it's gonna suck. It's gonna piss you off. At times you're gonna remember how much money you invested into this chick, and it's gonna eat you up inside. But I promise you, your future self will thank you. When you're finally pouring water into a glass that isn't broken, and you're seeing the reward of your investments, when you find a woman that's worth your while, you are going to thank yourself for leaving that situation. So take the loss. Take it on the chin, charge it to the game, take the loss, and move forward. Now, the third reason as to why men stay in toxic relationships longer than they should is because they are afraid to be alone. Now, this is something that is very particular to men, and there's a reason for that. You see, women, when they get into a relationship, they're never really fearing being alone, because a woman always knows that she can have a boyfriend or just male attention whenever she wants it. Even if she's not really interested in that guy, she's never thinking, I'm alone, because they're constantly getting male attention, and she knows that she can replace the guy with another guy at any time. They have a very abundance mindset, whereas men don't. You see, men understand that it's very difficult to get women a lot of the times, and they often put in a lot of effort to get the girl that they're with. And so they try to hold on to that. They don't want to lose it. They don't want to go back and begin putting in that effort again to get another girl. And they have this fear of being alone, especially after you've been in a relationship for a long period of time. You forget how it is to be alone. Being with somebody becomes the norm. Being alone is this strange experience that you don't want to go back to. You've trained yourself to be talking to someone daily, to be messaging someone daily, to be interacting with someone daily, and then all of a sudden it's just radio silence, and here you are with yourself, with your thoughts, and men are afraid of that. However, it's time for another mindset shift. I don't want you guys to be afraid of being alone. You see, what a lot of men don't understand and don't realize is that peace is found in solitude. In fact, it's better that you're alone and find peace first before getting into a relationship. It's very difficult to find peace in a relationship. You find it in solitude, and then you ensure that it is maintained regardless of what relationship dynamic you get into. Do not be afraid of being alone. You need to embrace it. You need to master being alone, master the solitude, learn how to utilize it. Being alone brings so much mental clarity. You feel grounded in yourself, and you learn to love it over time. In fact, if you're alone for too long, you'll oftentimes not want to date anymore because you are afraid of a woman destroying that peace that you've cultivated. I'm telling you guys, being alone is a beautiful thing. You have all your time to yourself. You have all your money to yourself. And I'm telling you, you will value your peace in a totally different way when you have mastered solitude. And you will learn through the experience of being alone that it's easier for you to leave a bad situation because you no longer fear being alone. Because you know, if I leave this situation, I'm going to be good. The fear will have left you entirely. If a woman's disrespecting you in a relationship, you're okay with walking away because you know a peaceful life awaits you as soon as you do. So I don't want you guys to be afraid of being alone. It's a very, very beautiful experience. Do not let your mind scare you into believing that solitude is something to be afraid of. The fourth reason as to why men stay in toxic relationships longer than they should is because they are afraid that they won't find better than her. Now, like I mentioned earlier, men have a really bad scarcity mindset a lot of the time. They get this one-itis over this chick, and they believe that they can't do better. In many cases, I've spoken to men who've been in toxic relationships, and their girlfriend will have specifically told them, "You'll never find a girl better than me. You'll never find a girl who will do XYZ for you. You'll never find a girl who's prettier than me. I'm the best you can do." And these toxic chicks will oftentimes instill that mindset into you to keep you trapped. That way you will keep being with her and she can keep using you. You need to break free from this, men. Let me make this very clear. You can absolutely do better than her. 1000%. When I broke up with my toxic ex years ago, she told me, "You'll never find a girl who will do XYZ. You'll never find a girl better than me." Let me tell you this. I have consistently found women better than her. In fact, every woman since her has been better than her. They haven't been perfect, but they've damn sure been better than her. This idea that there's this one chick that you just can't afford to lose, and she's worth tolerating all manner of bullshit to keep her around, is an absolute lie. Never allow your mind or a woman to get you to fall for this trap. You're going to come across many women through your dating journey, and you're going to come across a lot of really great women, right? That'll treat you well. And it's important to remember that no one woman is make or break, right? There's millions of them. Never get this one-itis mindset. It traps you. It prevents you from experiencing amazing relationships because it keeps you mentally stuck in one. You get this one attractive chick and you think, "Man, I'll never get another attractive chick again." Or you'll get one girl and she's like does all the stuff you want in bed, and you'll think, man, I'll never get a girl to do this in bed for me like the way I like it, in the specific way, and meet my needs in this particular way, or cook for me, or do this for me. Men, if a girl likes you, she'll do all of that your ex was doing and 10 times more. I don't care what treatment she's giving you. I don't care what she does for you. I don't care what treatment you think is not worth losing. You will find so many women who will give you that times 10. Never allow your mind or a woman to trap you in this idea that you can't live without them. You absolutely can. You were living without them before you met them. You can live without them after they're gone. And that's the truth, right? I've come across so many great women since I left my last relationship. Now, personally, I knew I could do better, which is why I left. But I know a lot of men struggle with this idea that they can't do better. I'm here to tell you, man, you absolutely can. Don't let the fear that you'll never find better than her stop you from walking away from a toxic relationship. I promise you there's better out there and you won't regret it. But that's all for this one, guys. If you got value from the video, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you haven't already, check out my second channel, Jay Randall. On that channel, I give red pill commentary and give you guys tips and tricks on how to navigate the toxic dating scene. And until next time, guys, take it easy.